We're going to read a story today called Small Gifts in God's Hands. Mother, I see Jesus down in Uncle Peter's boat. May I go listen to him? Is your work done? No, but if I wait, he may be gone. If you don't finish your chores, I will not have any bread or fish to sell. You may go after you've finished. As Elijah headed outside to clean the oven, he said to his mother, "Some of the boys say the teacher Jesus is from God, Mother. Is he?" "I don't know, Elijah, but if he is, he would want you to clean the oven." "All right." The job was big because the oven was big. Every day they used the oven to prepare food to sell to fishermen and travelers. While Elijah cleaned the oven, his mother prepared the bread. "Elijah! Elijah!" It was Aaron, Elijah's cousin and best friend. Elijah raised up so quickly he bumped his head on the oven. "Aaron, what is it?" "Come see what the teacher Jesus did. My father's boat is so full of fish it's almost sinking. None of the fishermen caught anything all night. Jesus convinced them to try again, and now father's boat and another boat are overflowing with fish." The two boys were off and running. Within moments, the boys were there where the boats had pulled ashore. Just as Aaron had said, the boats were so full that fish were tumbling over the sides and splashing back into the water. Jesus was sitting on the edge of the boat, smiling and laughing at the scene. Elijah gathered up some of the fish and hurried home to tell his mother what Jesus had done. Later that day, when all their chores were done, Elijah was still talking about the fish in Peter's boat. "Mother, Uncle Peter let Jesus use his boat. I wish we had something he could use." He looked around at the tiny house. There wasn't much to see. "We don't have anything big enough to give." His mother replied, "If Jesus is who they say he is, the size of the gift doesn't matter. God can do big things with a small gift." Elijah sighed. "Maybe." It was a week before Elijah heard that Jesus was back in the village. This time it was his friend Joseph who came running with the news. "Elijah, Elijah, come quickly! Jesus asked my father if he could borrow our house to teach. He's there right now, and so is half the town." The boys hurried to Joseph's house, but there was no way they could see Jesus. Every doorway was packed. People were sitting in the window. There were even 4 men who had gone up on the roof and lowered someone on a mat down through a hole. When Elijah went home, he told his mother, "I wish Jesus could use our house like he used Joseph's house, but it wouldn't do him any good. Our house is too small. Everything we have is too small." "Remember what I said, Elijah. If Jesus is who they say he is, he can do big things with a small gift. Let's get up early tomorrow and go listen to Jesus." Elijah was so excited he could hardly sleep that night. When Elijah awoke, he carefully filled a basket with 2 fish and 5 pieces of bread to take with them to go see Jesus. Soon he and his mother were climbing the hillside with many others who were also going to hear Jesus. Elijah had never seen so many people. There were thousands. Everyone wanted a moment with Jesus. Just then Elijah heard his Uncle Peter talking about the size of the crowd. He was worried about how to feed so many people. His Uncle Peter told Jesus, "You must tell the people to go home. They are tired, and we have no food to feed them." Jesus looked at the huge crowd and said, "You feed them." Peter was quiet. How could he feed them? What little food they had would not feed so many people. Elijah smiled. He knew exactly what to do. If Jesus is who they say he is, he can do big things with a small gift. He picked up the basket he had packed with bread and fish that morning. He took it to Jesus' followers. Jesus took the food, then looked into heaven and prayed. What happened next was a miracle Elijah would never forget. It was as if the basket had no bottom. People pulled out one piece of bread after another, one fish after another. Every person on the hillside was fed, and food was left over. Elijah smiled because he knew that no gift was too small in God's hands, and that Jesus could make miracles happen, even with a very small gift. The end.